Welcome back to Lasseter. We're here with Coach Roy, right? How you doing, Coach?
Good. How are you?
Good,
Good.
good. So we're here to ask, what do you think about the game today? What
Uh,
was the game plan? We saw a core aggressive since the get go, right? You were playing in what formation of four,
we were playing in a 3-5-2.
3-5-2. All
Yeah.
right, yeah, we saw a real aggressive formation there since the get go. First minutes, just press, press, press. Was that the plan since the beginning, or
Yeah. We're a high pressing team, by
okay?
the way, and and then if we don't have the ball, then we'll set in a good posture and wait, be patient, and wait till we can get the ball.
Okay.
But I think we're a team that likes to have it, likes to dictate play, and then we like to attack when we can.
Oh
But
yeah.
if long as we have the ball, I think we impose ourselves better. Yeah.
Okay. Now, from this game and from the previous game, which you guys play Carolina FC, am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
What do you what did you see any difference from last game and today's game?
Well, first of all, we've already watched the video from that game, and we've seen the things that we did well and the things that we needed to work on a little bit better. The formation was a little bit different from first half to second half, and the personnel was different too. We went longer with kind of a younger type group against
Okay.
North Carolina, so I kind of just threw them into that situation,
Yeah.
playing the USL team. And they still did well. They weathered the storm after going down a bit, and they came back and kept on going and scored a couple of goals and finished the game out strong. So I was really proud of them for that.
Okay, great. Now, from what I know is I know the experience plays a big part. Like you said in the with the Carolina FC, that one was more younger guys. From maybe today that you throw in like a little bit older guys, like those guys that have that experience longer than the new guys. So is it a great mixture, right? To
That's great.
have old guys, older guys there, and then the younger ones.
Yeah, and we have 7 games in the preseason,
Yeah.
so we want to tailor how much load that we give our players. So I gave less for those more experienced players, and for the last game, I gave more for the younger players. So this game, they had all the energy. They played only 20-25 minutes in the last game
Yeah.
what, Saturday. And so coming into Monday's game, I wanted them to be fresh, and have all the energy and just gas out,
Hmm.
and just made minimal subs, just subs that were going to make sense instead of just line changes. And, because gradually we got to start looking like what we're going to look like when the season starts.
Exactly.
Granted, we still have a few players that are still left to incorporate into the team that are very, very good players. And so we want to get some camaraderie and some continuity in our game. So let those guys play a little bit longer.
Okay. Now, from what I did see today, you guys did have like a great composure. You guys kept the ball a lot. Is that something in Roy's game style of plan? Like, is that something you expect from the core? Like,
Uh,
is that a Roy style kind of game? But it was great. Like, we load the press.
yeah,
You guys did keep the ball a
yeah.
lot. Is there an expectation you want from this team? Is it going towards what you want, or you think you're still a long shot from it?
I'm happy you saw a style. I'm
Yeah,
happy that you
I
saw a
did. I did.
style
I saw it.
and a purpose by which we play. But yes, that it's looking more like how I want it to look.
Yeah.
Uh, it's looking more like me, so to speak, and how I want my players to play the game, and we train as such too as well. So it's not something that I'm just throwing out in the field and they go do what they do. No, they have to play the game that I want them to play, obviously for their benefit, right? And
Correct.
so putting them in the right positions, breaking down the games, teaching them. We have functional training during every single week, and that's working with our defenders and midfielders working together and forwards working together, and just so we have that understanding and they are allowed to just work on that craft, so to speak, work on their finishing, working on their first touch, working on their turns, that from a forwards perspective, a midfield perspective, working on keeping the ball and opening the field, a defensive perspective, look, working on getting that ball to the midfield and how fast we need to get it. So yes, and I want a sense of maturity from our players, understanding where they are in the game,
Hmm.
what the score is, and then
Yeah.
that can dictate a lot of how you need to play.
Exactly. Okay. So from today, like you were talking about, like I did see the game. I also saw a couple games, well, a couple style games that you were doing or plays from the corner.
Hmm.
I saw maybe you guys did that in practice as
Yes,
well.
yes,
I saw were you playing with two pivots? The way they
yes,
moved around.
yeah.
It
Really, we play with one pivot, but when we defend, we need to drop down so that pivot doesn't have to do so much
Yeah,
work
I
laterally.
noticed that today, and the way they was trying. going
Yeah,
around triangular?
that's right.
Is that what you want?
Oh
Like
yes,
for them to drop? Because the way they were dropping and coming back forward,
yes,
the press was it was there.
yeah,
Like and the way they were coming out from the back,
yes.
your four lines, your three lines. I'm sorry,
Hmm.
the press was there. It was where High Point didn't know where to come out.
That's right.
Like as soon as they were trying to come out, the two forwards just pressing, and they would shift to one side and the other. They were giving High Point no way to get out. So is that something that you want? Is that what core is heading towards? That kind of game style? Because the way we saw it today was, and everybody could see it. It was great. Like
Absolutely.
touching, grabbing the ball, moving.
Absolutely. It's just a glimpse of what we want our fans to see.
Yeah,
I've only had the boys for complete 3 weeks now.
correct.
So, you're talking about players that are coming from different cultures, different teachings, different environments, different levels of play. And to get them to get that level of understanding in 3 weeks, it's taking a lot. These boys only get like one day a week off. And so we have a good staff that are very experienced, and they take a group of players and we do video sessions, and we allow them to look at themselves, and and just go back and say, okay, from now we do this or we do that. But I think taking that time with these players, young players, having patience with these young players, knowing that MLS Next Pro is a developmental league, it's just gonna help them. I mean, yes, we all want to win. We
Correct.
definitely all want to win.
Everyone wants to win out
Everyone's
there.
here to win. That's for sure. But I think if we just help them with their details, I think the byproduct of winning will
We'll
take
go.
care of itself.
Now, last question. I know you mentioned players from cultures everywhere. Is the is the English barrier difficulty, or does everyone that comes out there knows one language, which is just play the ball, play that number five, and go out there?
Everybody should see it and know it and know how to read the game
Yeah,
because it's a game of lecture. But uh, you know, there's several players that speak Spanish, several players that don't know Spanish, several players that know nothing but Spanish. So they're learning. They're young, so they're taking this moment to learn in their life and learn two languages, which is really good. I mean, I speak both languages fluently, and just to be able to help them when we're giving information out. We also have Amado Guevara who knows Spanish too as well, so he can help with that. So it's good. It's really a good mix of boys. They live together. They live in a complete complex
hmm
where it's all theirs and all Carolina core, and it's
everything.
just them that live there, and so they really like being around themselves. So I think that's really helped too, because now that you live for each other with each other, and then you come on the field and you are there and practice every day, and you enjoy being around each other. And obviously, it's our staff that has to guide that and
Yeah,
help that and make sure we maintain that.
great. And I know having amazing coaches like you and Amato Wada who played at a high level, from anywhere, I think that also brings the guys to like feeling comfortable at, hey, hearing from you, hearing from him. So everything's going to create, and we expect like Carolina core to be great in the future. What we saw today, we got little pieces or a little bit taste of what can core can become with you guys. So, is that's something that you're looking for?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, each one of our staff members, besides one, is been a part of a World Cup team. Have gone to participate in the World Cup or been on that World Cup roster, or has been an alternate member of the World Cup. So we want all those experiences that our staff has to give to our players, and I demand that from my staff. I
All
demand
right,
that they give everything to
awesome.
them, everything they got, every bit of knowledge and experience that they are able to give to them, and that's without any holdback.
Mhm.
When they see it, and they need to deliver it and give it to them, because that's what they need. And they need our stories too as well, not just our trophies and our championship rings. They need to know how we got them. And
Exactly.
so that
Sacrifices, whatever
that
it
that's
took to
that,
be up there.
that's the biggest thing. And all these guys want to go to that next level. None of
Right.
them want to just be here and for 3 years or 4 years. They all want to go to that next level, and wherever level that is. And so it's our job to help them get there.
All right. Great. Well, can you just let our viewers know when will be the next Carolina core match and where?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that
So our next game is next Saturday. We play against Elon, and so I'm not too sure what time that game is, but we hopefully to get other supporters that coming out to our game and support us and just seeing us for the first time. We
all
want
right.
to get around to the community. We want to show our support to the community. So we look forward to everybody, uh, as many as can come out to the
All
game.
right, sounds good. Well, Coach Roy, thank you for being with us
Thank
and a
you.
great game, and we'll expect to see more from Carolina Core.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All
guys.
right.
Thank you.